Hey everyone, we're going to start learning about measurement, and I'm going to start by reading us a nonfiction book called Measure It by Bernardo Lopez. And I've got my friend Rainbow Bear here reading with us. All right, there's the title page. She's got a tape measure she's measuring things with. There are many ways to measure things. How can you find which puddle is the biggest? You can walk around each one and count your footsteps. Oh, that's a good way. How can you tell which rock is heaviest? You can compare two at a time. This is called a scale. How can you find where the most rain falls? Where the most rain falls? You can put cups in a few places. See which one gets the most. How can you tell how long it takes a bud to open? Lots of buds are opening right now because it's spring. Write down the day you see the bud. May 13th, bud. May 14th, started to open. Then write what you see each day. They're making a scientific observation. How can you measure a tree? Look what they did. They're tying a string around it. Tie a string around it and measure the string. Can you go find one thing that you could measure? Maybe you could find a string and cut it to the length and compare it to something else. Some ways to measure. What to measure? How long is it? What you can use? Footsteps or a ruler? Which gives more juice? A lemon or a lime? Put some lemons juice in a cup and then find another cup and put some lime juice in a cup. See which one has higher amount of juice. How long does a bud take to bloom? You can make observational notes, put down the date, and either write or draw what you see. Or look at a calendar and mark the different days on the calendar. So now I want you to think about what are some ways to measure things. Talk to your family about this. What are some tools you can use to measure? Why do people measure things? Now I want you to get out something. I'm going to look through my classroom and I'm going to see where can I find something I can use to measure things. Ooh, maybe I have some blocks I could use to measure things. I also have some cubes I could use to measure things. And under my blocks, I have some bears I could use to measure things. As long as they're all the same size, I can use anything to measure things. So I'm going to grab a handful of my bears, and I'm going to measure one of these blocks. So oopsies, I'm going to grab this block. I'm going to bring it over to my table, and I'm going to see how many bears long this block is. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, we have a problem. These bears are not the same. So I have to find bears that are all the same. Okay, those bears are the same. Make sure anything you're measuring it with is always the exact same size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like it's about 5 bears long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bears long. Can you go find something to measure in your house? Maybe you have paper clips, or maybe you can measure it with beans or pennies. This one is 5 bears long, but I bet it would be different if I was using pennies or if I was using paper clips. Go ahead and check it out. Go find something to measure. Have fun!